Hello and welcome to Catholic News Roundup. I'm Christine Niles. Today's February 7th, 2026. Here are this week's top stories. The University of Notre Dame is appointing a pro-abort to a key position, and faculty and students are outraged. America's premier Catholic university announced last month that Susan Osterman will head the Liu Institute for Asian Studies, leading to two professors cutting ties and students demanding that the appointment be rescinded. Osterman has vigorously defended abortion, saying it's consistent with human dignity, while denigrating pro-lifers as having roots in white supremacy, and accusing pregnancy centers of peddling propaganda. In spite of the backlash, Notre Dame is refusing to budge. A recently deceased child is answering prayers from heaven. This according to numerous testimonies about the intercession of Micah Kim, son of Catholic speaker Paul Kim. Micah died at age 5 on New Year's Eve.
Yesterday on December 31st, 2025, after fighting 11 long, hard days, Micah went home to the house of our Father. We're so proud of him.
His father composed a novena prayer to Micah, which people have been praying, resulting in miraculous healings, including a woman healed of a tumor in her breast.
The doctor was trying to scan it and locate it, and the mass was completely gone. She attached her medical record to the email. I have the receipts, everyone. Jesus Christ is King. And Micah is alive in heaven interceding.
Another testimony, quote, "My son had a mass in his trachea that was discovered back in October when he was 9 months old. I asked Micah to talk to Jesus for us and asked that his mass be healed. Today we went in for a laryngoscopy and bronchoscopy, and the mass was completely gone." And another.
It was like a vision, kind of. I thought I was up, but I think I was asleep. So it was him. I saw him 3 times. So once he came over and sat on the bed and just prayed over my knee. He just so this is the first time when he came, and he put his hand on my knee and just prayed over it. And then I woke up, and then the second time I went back to sleep, and then he sat on the other side and went to my wrist.
Wow.
It was the same. He looked the same. He did everything. And then the third time he did my chest.
And the surgeon can't believe he didn't need pins. They were able to just, the knee is going back together like a puzzle. So.
In church news, the SSPX is consecrating new bishops. On Monday, the Society of St. Pius X announced the consecration would take place July 1st without a papal mandate. Superior General Davide Pagliurani submitted a request to Rome seeking permission, but received a negative response, justifying the act of defiance by declaring a state of emergency. The same argument used to justify the 1988 consecrations by SSPX founder Archbishop Marcel Lefebvre, which resulted in the automatic excommunications of Lefebvre and the 4 bishops he consecrated. In 2009, Pope Benedict lifted the excommunications from the living bishops, hoping to bring about reconciliation. And under Pope Francis, faculties were granted to hear confessions and officiate marriages, also with the hope of reconciliation. According to church law, a bishop who consecrates without permission from the Holy See incurs automatic excommunication. Vatican Doctrine Chief Cardinal Victor Manuel Fernandez confirmed he had denied the SSPX request to consecrate bishops. He'll be meeting with the Superior General February 12th. In a recent interview, Father Pagliurani cited, among other things, the Abu Dhabi statement as justification for defying Rome. That statement, signed in 2019 by Pope Francis and Muslim Sheikh Ahmed Al-Tayeb, stated that a diversity of religions is, quote, willed by God. Bishop Athanasius Schneider clarified that Pope Francis later explained that he meant the permissive, not the active will of God.
And he answered that the diversity of religions has to be understood as the permissive will of God. So permissive will of God is an expression in theology that means that God in some way tolerates this situation, but does not will it positively, directly. As several negative realities in human life and history are by God tolerated or permitted. For example, our sins also. God permits this because he does not want to force our freedom. And so this is the permissive will of God.
Netflix continues to push LGBT on children. A December study conducted by Concerned Women for America revealed that 41% of young children's programming on the streaming platform has LGBT content. This directly contradicts what Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos told Senator Josh Hawley Tuesday at a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing.
I want to ask you about something else related to children. Why is it that so much of Netflix content for children promotes a transgender ideology? Almost half of your content for children, I'm talking about minor children now, I'm not talking about teenagers, minor children, promotes a transgender ideology agenda. I was just looking at the data here from your various series. And what concerns me is just 2 days ago, a jury in New York awarded a former transitioner $2 million because she said that her psychologists and others pressured her they pushed on her an ideology that proved to be extremely detrimental. I'm sure you know that in the UK, the National Health Service in the UK has said that they're not going to perform transgender surgeries or any longer so-called gender-affirming care for minors, including in counseling, because it is so incredibly detrimental. Our own HHS has come forward with similar findings this past year, yet if you turn on Netflix, you'll find that an enormous amount, and I say this as a parent with 3 young children, an enormous amount of your children's programming has this ideology and agenda in it. Is this an advocacy position for Netflix? Is this an ideological commitment you have? I mean, why is this?
Senator Hawley, Netflix has no political agenda of any kind. I would tell you that.
Well, then why is your children's program so full of this highly sexualized, highly controversial agenda? I don't understand it. It seems strange to me.
Respectfully, sir, it's because it's inaccurate. We have millions of hours of children's programming.
You're saying it's not there. You don't have trans. You don't feature trans characters, trans storylines, trans themes. It's not in your programming.
I'm saying we feature a wide variety of stories and programs to meet a wide variety of people's tastes.
Why is almost half of it? Why does almost half of your children's program feature this highly controversial, highly sexualized material? That just seems strange to me. It can't possibly be a reflection of the population.
Senator Hawley, I don't have any idea where that number would come from or what that would be. I don't believe that's been your personal experience, but I can't speak to that.
And in a major legal win, an ex-transgender has successfully sued her doctor for medical malpractice. Fox Varian sued her psychologist and surgeon after she got sex change surgery in 2019 based on their advice. At the time, she was only 16, and her doctors convinced her she would not be happy unless she lived as the opposite sex. The jury found the doctors guilty of malpractice, awarding Varian $2 million in compensation. It's the first legal victory for transgender medical malpractice lawsuits and may signal future wins for the many other lawsuits filed by detransitioners. In related news, the nation's first major medical group is opposing sex change surgery for minors. The American Society of Plastic Surgeons issued a position statement Tuesday opposing the practice, citing, quote, potential long-term harms and the irreversible nature of surgical interventions. It's the first major medical group in the U.S. to reject trans surgeries for children. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is praising the group for protecting children and defending sound science. And turning to Australia, an adolescent boy who swam for hours to save his family is crediting God. 13-year-old Austin Appelbee swam for 4 hours in shark-infested waters off the coast of Western Australia last week after his mom and siblings were swept out to sea.
I don't think it was actually me, it was God the whole time. I kept on praying, and I said to God, I'll get baptized, and all that. And I went to church on Sunday.
The family had been using kayaks and paddle boards when rough waters and winds dragged them out. Austin swam 2.5 miles to shore to get help. God bless him. That is this week's Catholic News Roundup. Please go to stellamaris.media to sign up to our email list for the latest news and updates. Thank you so much for watching. May God bless your week. I'm Christine Niles.